Hey everyone, it's Natalie from Browsing Bookshelves, and I'm here today to do the Goodreads Tag. It was started by Spiral Bookmark, and I'll leave a link to her channel below. I wasn't actually tagged by anyone, but I really enjoyed watching everyone else's Goodreads tag videos, so I decided to do one myself. The first question is, what was the last book that you marked as read? And for me, that was Shadow Me by Tahara Mafi. Shadow Me's been getting a ton of rave reviews from the blogging community, but I thought it was just okay. I gave it 3 stars. For about 75% of the book, I was actually really bored and just didn't like the main characters at all. It wasn't until the end that I started to get hooked in. I think I'll read the second one still, just because everyone says it's their favorite in the series, so if that one hooks me in, then I guess I'll read the rest of the books. Question number 2 is, what book are you currently reading? And I am currently reading The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. This book is about a teenage boy who's orphaned, and he becomes obsessed with a painting in a museum. And yeah, I'm liking it so far. The writing is really beautiful. I'm 100 pages in. This book is huge though. It's over 700 pages long, and it's due back in 3 days, so hopefully I can just speed read through it. Well, speed read while still enjoying it, I should say. Question 3 is, what was the last book you marked as to be read? For me, that was The Troop by Nick Cutter. It's a horror novel about a group of Boy Scouts who go camping on a deserted island, and I'm not sure exactly if there's a psychotic man on the island or if one of the boys goes psychotic, but someone goes psychotic and horrible things happen. So it sounds dark and creepy, which I love dark and creepy books, so hopefully it's good if I ever end up reading it. The next question is, what book do you plan on reading next? I always change my mind at the last second, but I think the next book I'll read next is The Ring and the Crown by Melissa de la Cruz. I just got this one in the mail yesterday, and it looks interesting. It's a young adult high fantasy novel, and it comes out in April. So yeah, I really like the cover. I think it's interesting and colorful. Question 5 is, do you use the star rating system? I do use Goodreads star system. Unfortunately though, I wish Goodreads had a 0.5 option, because sometimes I'm just stuck between giving a book 3 or 4 stars or 4 or 5 stars, and it's so hard for me to round up or round down. I think the 0.5 makes a huge difference. Yeah, I wish that was an option. Question 6 is, are you doing a 2014 reading challenge? Yes, I am. I think my current challenge is to read 100 books by the end of the year. I've read 13 books so far, so I'm on track, which is good. I might up it a bit though, because I made my goal last year 100 books and I went over it. So we'll see how what happens as the year goes on. Maybe I'll put it up to 125 books. Question number 7 is, do you have a wish list? I don't really know what that means. Is there a wish list option on Goodreads that I don't know about? But in terms of wish list, I do have a personal wish list of books I want. It's never ending, which goes into question number 8. What book do you plan on buying next? And right now I'm really fighting the urge to go down to Chapters to buy Half Bad by Sally Green. I also really want to buy the first book in the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson, and the second book by Scott Lynch in the Gentleman Bastard series. So a lot of fantasy and magic, I guess, is what I'm into right now. So the next question is, do you have any favorite quotes? And yes, I do, but there's one book that I have marked more quotes off than any other, and that is Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell. David Mitchell's just fantastic at writing single sentences that take your breath away. So I will share a couple of them with you. This one you might have heard of before. It's, a half-read book is a half-finished love affair. That just hits me right here. Then we have, my life amounts to no more than one drop in a limitless ocean. Yet what is any ocean but a multitude of drops? And, our lives are not our own. We are bound to others past and present, and by each crime and every kindness we birth our future. Yeah, David Mitchell is just fantastic. This is a beautiful, beautiful book. Question number 10 is, who are your favorite authors? There are too many to choose from, and they change all the time, but right now I'd have to say my favorite authors are Marcus Zusak, Rainbow Rowell, Jane Austen, Scott Lynch, Patrick Rothfuss, Ella Montgomery. The list goes on and on and on. It just never ends. Question 11 is, have you joined any groups? No, not on Goodreads. I probably should look into that. If you know any good Goodreads groups to join, let me know down below. So yeah, that's the Goodreads tag. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did a Goodreads tag that I haven't watched yet, leave the link below and I will check it out. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.